could just imagine it. I'ma see a baddie, right?
Yeah! This is Crazy Tinder Girl by Youngdonthesaucegod. You know what I'm saying? I know he changed his name, but he a OG. You know what I'm saying? Youngdonthesaucegod. Alright, this is Crazy Tinder Girl in my bed.
Hey, put your number in my phone. She's gonna say something quirky and funny, and of course, hella cute. So I'ma smile. Fam, I'm a smiler. Always have been, always will be. So I'ma hit her with that big ass smile, and then she's gonna look at my face.
Is it loud? Is that too loud? Is that too loud? Young nigga hop out, Gen 5. He try to catch a hat. Swing that bitch like a bat. I just lied to all of you.
Tinder. Fucking Tinder, man. So I've known about Tinder since its birth in 2012. I ain't never made a Tinder account in my goddamn life. So how do I unsub? You're not subbed. Oh wait, you got gifted that sub. Fuck out of my face. Know a handful of people personally who have had great success with Tinder. However, it wasn't until very recently, and I'm talking like within the last 3 months, that I've ever used Tinder or an app like it. You see, for the longest while, your boy was a straight lover boy, man. Just call me Romeo, my G. I have never not been in a serious long-term relationship for longer than a 2-month period since I was 16 years old. And although I am far from perfect, I have always tried my best to be #loyal, honest, and faithful.
I'm all of those.
Downloading an app for hooking up never even crossed my mind. So my most recent relationship ended earlier this year in like February. And after we broke up, I said to myself that I was gonna be celibate for a whole year. I know, sounds crazy.
Sounding a lot like me, you know what I'm saying? Sounding a lot like me. I've had Tinder a few times, and each time I deleted it after like a day and did a deep reevaluation. Yeah, you need those. You need those. You need to reevaluate that. There's no reason. There's 2025. There's no reason you should have a dating app. Instagram should be your dating app. I'm gonna be honest. Instagram should be your dating app.
I know, sounds crazy out loud, but yeah, your boy was ready to give up entering the gates of heaven for a whole year at all costs. I wanted to take all that
the gates of heaven. It do feel like that.
I wanted to take all that pent-up energy and direct it towards my YouTube channel. So fast forward to August, 6 months after the breakup, and I'm at my orthodontist getting my braces tightened. Then at some point during the appointment, my orthodontist turns to me and says, "Yeah, we're gonna need to pull out some of your teeth." I'm like, "What? Why?" She's like, "Yeah, you have too many teeth. They're in the way." Turns out, apparently, I had too many teeth.
I had the same exact thing. That didn't make this shit boring. Pull up your OF. I don't have an OF. It didn't make any sense. It doesn't make sense to me now, and it didn't make sense to me back then. It didn't make sense to me back then. But I got my wisdom teeth taken out, and I had like 2 more teeth taken out. 2 other teeth taken out just for my braces, just so my braces would fit. I wasn't rocking with that.
Basically, in order to get my teeth perfectly straight, the orthodontist needed some more room to work with. So she wanted me to get some teeth pulled. So I'm like, all right, how many teeth do I need to get pulled? Nigga, this woman says to me that I need to get 6 teeth pulled. She wants to rip 6 teeth out of my face.
Okay, 4. I had 4. Wait, 4? I think it was 4. 4. That's not much different than 7. Oh, wait, he said 6. Did I just say she?
Teeth pulled. She wants to rip 6 teeth out of my face. Then she points out the teeth that I needed to get pulled. 4 wisdom teeth.
Same, bro. Same. Wait. No, yeah, I had 4 wisdom teeth. No, it was 4. I had 5. It was 4 wisdom teeth. And one over here. And one over here.
4 wisdom teeth, 2 premolars. And I didn't have a choice. This was the only way that she was gonna make my smile perfect. So
that's kind of weird to me how they say this is your only option. You have nothing else. You can't do nothing else. Nothing else.
Appointment ends and I leave the orthodontist. And I'm driving home, just trying to process this information. And then it occurred to me, I'm gonna be fucking ugly for a long ass time. Like for a solid 6 months. I'm gonna have these 2 big ass gaps in the front of my mouth. And I'm not gonna get laid once, right? I could just imagine it. I'm gonna see a baddie, right?
Yeah! That's how they make their money. It's cause they want your y'all know ball. Leak the vein. Bean, what are we doing, gang? Bean, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing?
I'm gonna see a baddie, right? At the mall or something. I'm gonna walk up to her, you know, all smooth like. I'm gonna start chopping it up with her.
Wait, I'm lost. I'm my bad, chat. My bad. I'm lost. The story. My bad. I forgot where we were at. I did not just watch you say gyat to that whack ass PNG. It's not a PNG. He exported this as JPEG. That's a W Cobb. Cartoon huz gyat, real huz yawn. You think I see a baddie in life? You think in life, in my daily waking life, I see a baddie with my own 2 eyes and I yawn? You think I yawn? Well, actually, low key, cause some of these hoes be boring.
2 big ass gaps in the front of my mouth, and I'm not gonna get laid once, right? I could just imagine it. I'm gonna see a baddie.
We know what you do in that closet. What are you talking about? Fuck are you talking about?
I'm gonna see a baddie, right? At the mall or something. I'm gonna walk up to her, you know, all smooth like. I'm gonna start chopping it up with her. She's gonna be feeling my vibe, sipping my sauce. And right before I'm about to be like, hey, put your number in my phone, she's gonna say something quirky and funny. And of course, she's gonna be hella cute. So I'ma smile, fam. I'm a smiler. Always have been, always will be.
I'm not.
So I'ma hit her with that big ass smile, and then she's gonna look at my face and see the 2 big ass gaps in my mouth, and then she's gonna think, oh shit, why this nigga ain't got no teeth? Oh hell no, this dude has gingivitis.
Bro, get that on my face.
Curve me like a baseball, dog. And I know what you're thinking, but Don, I thought you said you didn't want to get laid. Yes, that was the plan. But remember, by this point, it's already been 6 months. 6 months of no cheeks. Oh my god. And here's the kicker. When I broke up with my ex.
Man, 6 months, bro. I think I'm gonna call him a little like 16th monther. I'm on like a 16-monther, guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm on like a 16-monther. If she ain't got gingivitis, I don't want that. Bro. Like I ain't fucked since last year. I haven't fucked since last year. 2022! Let me relax. Let me relax.
By this point, it's already been 6 months. 6 months of no cheeks. Oh my god. And here's the kicker. When I broke up with my ex, I also gave up porn, man.
Oh, he needs some milk.
I have my reasons, okay? I'm not just trying to torture myself. It's called NoFap. Basically, what it entails is you don't jerk off to porn, and then for some reason you turn into like a Super Saiyan. Nigga, look, I don't know, okay? It just works. I can vouch for it. Wanna know how I know it works? Ba-bam! I'm not gonna explain how they're related, but I assure you they are. I'll leave a link down below if you really wanna know.
Interesting. Was that a butt? I'm on year 2 coochie list, but things are bound to change soon. Wait, are you voluntarily coochie list? Damn, you on a streak, little lad did. Non-veiner. No, there's veins. D-vein? No, there's veins. I rewind, I missed? No, buddy, sorry.
But what I'm trying to say is that for 6 months, I had no cheeks, and I could only get off to my imagination. Do you know what that's like? It's like for years, every day you could have succulent, juicy chicken for dinner, cooked to perfection, and you had the option to have it every day for 6 years. And then one day someone comes to you and says, hey, for the next 12 months, instead of chicken, you can only have chicken flavored saltine crackers. Oh, Lord. Do
you understand me? I didn't know if I could go another 6 months of chicken flavored saltine crackers, my G. So I was panicked, okay? I was desperate. I needed to taste some real chicken again. One last time before I lost all my teeth. So I downloaded it.
Bro, the way he's wording it is good. He's wording it very well.
TINDER. I download the app and I get to swipe it. Eventually your boy got some matches. So now I'm fishing, right? I got several lines out into the ocean and I'm just waiting for one to bite. It took a couple days, but eventually I got one on the line. All I had to do now was reel her in. And as I'm talking to her, she seemed super cool, right? On top of that, she was pretty cute, man. And on top of that, she had that booty, you know what I'm saying, right? So, you know, I'm putting in work, trying to spit that game over text, which is pretty hard, right? Because South gets lost in translation. The way they perceive you has so much to do with them and how they choose to interpret the text.
Facts. This is why I genuinely believe. Sub to my Twitch. Sub to mine.
The way they perceive you has so much to do with them and how they choose to interpret the texts. Finally, like 5 days before my surgery, she decides to come through. It's 1 o'clock in the morning and she pulls up to the crib. So I'm like, okay, I see you, Tinder. Way to come through. She walks in looking like a straight snack, my G. Smelling all nice and shit. She goes in my room, hops on my bed. I'm like, okay, your boy's about to get some chicken. I get into bed with her, we talk for a little, and then we start making out. I'm lying there thinking, I don't know who invented Tinder, but whoever did deserves a Nobel Prize, my G. So we're...
The thing for me though, bro, I can't get with a stranger, bro. There's something about me I can't do it. Cause I'm gonna think she's like a secret agent.
We're making out and then she just stops and sits up. So I'm like, what's up? She looks at me and says, you're just trying to f***. I'm like, huh? What do you mean? You came over here to my house at 1 in the morning. I just met you right now for the first time in person and you're sitting on my lap making out with me. What do you think I'm trying to do? She looks at me and says, oh, you're all the same. That was when I knew that this girl was insane.
Fuck out of my face.
But I'm a dude. Certain things by this point have already been set in motion, if you know what I mean. So I try to save the situation. I'm like, hey, look, I get it. You want more than just chicken, right? I can't promise you that. But I'm a cool dude, man. We can get to know each other, see where things go.
He's doing it right. He's selling a dream just a little bit. What you gotta do? You gotta sell a calm little dream. I hate bitches like this, bro. You gotta sell. Kaka, what's good? You gotta sell a little bit of. You gotta sell a little. You gotta sell a little bit of a dream. So you gotta be like. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do what Don did a little bit, and then you gotta also like afterwards you gotta cuddle. You gotta cuddle a little bit. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with some cuddling. What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. You gotta sell a little bit of did. No.
But she was not having it. She started to really lay into me like I was this asshole who just wanted to use her.
You
I'm
came
like,
to
what
the
is
crib.
wrong with you? Why did you even come over here? It's 1 in the morning. These aren't let's hang out and talk about our feelings hours.
Facts.
These are cheek beating hours. So I kick her out. I tell her to leave because I was like, no, I'm not about to do this with you. Because it's one thing if I misinterpret the signals, right? I mean, maybe I was wrong. Maybe when a random girl who's never met you before comes over to your house, hops in your bed and starts making out with you, that doesn't mean she wants to fuck. I could have been wrong about the whole thing. But no. I'm not about to have an argument or fight with you. I don't even know you. So she got her stuff and storms out. Just walks out the door, gets in her car, and then leaves. And I'm just standing there like, damn, I really am about to be stuck on this chicken flavored saltine cracker diet for a long ass time. But luckily, turns out I'm not ugly. I had my surgery, it's been a couple months, and you can't even really see the gaps, even when I smile. So it's not that bad after all. And for those of you who are wondering, yes, I've had some A1 chicken since then, and it was scrumptious.
I want some chicken! W Don, W Young Don.
I pour crystal like water, baby, no bush. Yeah, I'm a big dog, I'm a spinning no excuses. Yeah, kinda like a machine, make the pussy juice. Yeah.